Welcome to the ORPIN program. ORPIN is Oregon's online e-procurement system. Essentially, it functions like an online bulletin board for agencies to post their contracting opportunities for suppliers to bid on and then to post their awarded contracts. We also invite Oregon's local government entities to utilize ORPIN through our cooperative procurement program to post notices and to search existing price agreements. Today we are going to talk about using ORPIN to search for statewide contracts that you may purchase from. The Procurement Services Office at DAS is tasked with establishing statewide price agreements for the state of Oregon. ORPIN refers to these as statewide contracts. There are several ways to search for statewide contracts in ORPIN. Before you start, you will want to be sure to log into your ORPIN account, as these search options will not display to an anonymous browser. Your agency's OAC will provide you with a login username and password. Log into the system with this information. Or if you don't have your login information, use the red "Forgot Your Username or Password" link on the login screen to prompt ORPIN to email you a temporary password. Once you log into the system, click on Statewide Contract Search in the left-hand menu bar. You will see 6 options for searching statewide contracts: searching by keyword, by commodity, by organization, by number, or viewing all available contracts or a printable index. The most commonly used option is first, searching by keyword. There are a few things that you should know for performing keyword searches that will help you to yield the best search results. The first is when you enter the keyword search screen, notice that the only search function checked is the box for "in items." This means that the system will search for contracts that contain your keyword in the list of items on the contract. While this is helpful, we recommend also checking the boxes to search in title and in comments. That way, the system will also look for your keyword in the contract's title and in any header or trailer comments entered by the contract administrator. As an example, we will try looking for the word hotel with just "in items" checked. No results were found. If we run the search again with the "in title" box checked, this does not produce results as well. However, once the "in comments" box is checked, we successfully locate the Travel Management Services contract. The second tip is around phrases or multiple words. If your keyword consists of multiple words, put quotation marks around the entire phrase before you conduct your search. For example, if you search for light bulb without quotation marks around it, the system will look for either keyword and not for the phrase, which means that you will get results that contain the keyword light or that contain the keyword bulb. If you add quotation marks around the phrase, your search will return only those contracts containing that exact phrase. The final keyword search tip is around using root words. You should remember to use root words whenever possible. ORPIN is extremely literal. If you search for cars, but the system has it listed as car, singularly, you will not find the contract. Let's say you need assistance with translating something from English to another language. If you were to search for the keyword translating in the ORPIN system, the system does not return results. If you change the word from translating to translator, once again, the system does not find any contracts. The trick is to only search for part of the word and leave the variable off. If we search for just translat, we will see results. Notice that the contracts it found contain the word translations, which is why they weren't coming up previously. The next option for searching for statewide contracts is called searching by commodity. Searching by commodity will give you a list of the commodity categories with active statewide price agreements under them. There are two ways to view these results. Either click on the underlying commodity grouping to see the contracts that it contains, or if we go back, we can use the other option, and instead of clicking on the commodity name, click the binoculars icon to the right of them. This will let you dive deeper into a commodity category to see contracts under a more specific commodity group. The next statewide contract search function, by organization, lists the contracts by the issued for agency. This likely won't be as helpful of a search option as some of the others because most statewide price agreements will be issued for the State Procurement Office. With that many contracts, it doesn't help to filter down your search results. Using the next statewide contract search, searching by number, is a great option if you know all or part of the contract number. Notice the search options available under this function. It defaults to searching for contracts that start with the number you enter. However, if you run the search and don't get any results, try running it again with partial match chosen to see if the portion of the number you have entered is contained further inside the contract's number and not at the beginning. In this case, the numbers 2177 were further in the contract, which is why it didn't show up to begin with. The next statewide contract search is actually just seeing a list of all of the available contracts. If we click on all available contracts in the left-hand menu bar, ORPIN will bring up a list of the contracts that you were authorized to purchase from. This will include any statewide price agreement and those specific to your agency. The printable index is a quick and easy way to pull a list of statewide price agreements that is formatted for printing. If we click on Printable Index in the left-hand menu bar, you can use this function to prompt ORPIN to pull you a list or a report of the statewide contracts. Notice there is a drop-down for output format. There are several different output formats that you can choose from, including PDF and Excel. Once you select your output format, click on Generate Printable Index to see the report. It may take a few moments for the index to generate. However, once it appears, you could choose to either print it or save it to your computer for future reference. Just remember that contracts are constantly being updated in the ORPIN system, so if you do print a hard copy, you'll want to check back often so that you can get a more up-to-date version. Now that we've talked about the searching methods, let's discuss how to use the results themselves. I'll pull up a contract for us to take a look at by going back into all available contracts. When looking at a contract search results page, you will see several different icons throughout the page. Always remember there will be a legend at the top of the list to detail what each of these icons mean. One of the icons displayed on this page is called the View Summary icon. It looks like a little piece of paper, which will open a window that displays a quick summary of the contract. This is a great way to get an idea of what the contract entails without needing to open the entire document. If you decide that you would like to look at the entire contract, click on the View Statewide Contract icon with the underlined contract number. This will open the contract document itself. When you open a contract, You should see the contract number in the box in the upper right corner of the screen. It will show you here which version of the contract you are looking at as well. If the contract administrator has issued an amendment or revision against the contract, their reasons for doing so will be captured in the Amendment Revision Comments Exist folder. The amendment and revision reasons will be listed chronologically, with the most recent being at the top of the list. Back on the main contract screen, the supplier's contact information will display in the top center of the screen, and the contract administrator's information will be just down from there. This would be the person to contact in case you have any questions about the contract or how to use it. Before you contact the contract administrator, always check in the Attachments Exist folder to read additional information about the contract. This folder is located directly underneath the state seal image. There will always be two icons or two ways to download the attachments. The one on the left shows the file type, and you can use this to open it up and preview that file. The one on the right is a save icon that you can use to save it directly to your computer. The most recent attachment will be listed at the bottom of the list. The list of items on a contract will be displayed in a table further down on the main contract page. You will also see an indicator here to tell you whether this contract is for mandatory use or at your convenience. For more information about mandatory or convenience contracts, refer to Oregon Administrative Rule. Thank you for watching this ORPIN online tutorial. For additional assistance with the ORPIN program, please contact your agency's OAC or send an email to the ORPIN Help Desk at info.orpin@state.or.us.